All right, team builder. Again, WTF, bro? Okay, give me a dang update. All right. What is up, everybody? It is Jake back with the MF Film Room. Thank you so much for being here. If you want to be up to date on all things EA college football, hit that red subscribe button. Remember, right now, we got a special going on. 2 of my subscribers are going to be getting deluxe copies of the game on July 14th, 2024. I'll kind of decide when I reveal that. But again, if you've already got the game pre-ordered, I'll give you $100 cash. That's 2 of my subscribers will be 1 deluxe copy of the game each. So hit that red subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and follow me on Twitter/X. If you like college football content, go subscribe to my other channel, Master Football with Jake Posey. Link is in the description. But enough about all that EA college football content. Let's go. All right, guys. Can you feel it? We are literally... Now, I know they say the release date is for the early access is on the 16th, but technically it shows for me July 15th Mountain Time at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time that Monday. So we're looking at like 8 days away from this game coming out. It is so real. We are so close. And as a matter of fact, EA has already come out with a little teaser on Twitter and a video that people are already waiting for it to come out. Check these 2 things out right here. So the first one here is from EA Sports College, their Twitter page. And you said right here, you can first look at CFB head-to-head gameplay drops this next week.
Oh, good. It's got there. That's me for you, baby. Get in there.
We got on the board! Celebrate! We got on the board!
What do we got coming? Little Heisman post?
Right there. There it is, guys. July 8th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, technically, it's going to be 10:55 a.m., but you know what we're trying to say. It's already right here on their YouTube page. So that's Twitter, and we see right here what I got right now. I've got 149 people waiting for it. Now, again, that's a little extreme. Okay, it's right now. It's currently Saturday night that I'm filming this, so it's a little extreme that they're waiting for that. But you understand the excitement. They're looking at the gameplay first look. Now, a lot of you are talking to yourselves, and you're like, haven't they already shown gameplay? I think this is not a deep dive, because deep dives are official, but what they want to do here is show a more in-depth version of what gameplay actually looks like. They've shown some clips here, they've shown some things here and there, but they haven't shown the full gamut of things. What I'm going to do here is kind of go through that, because not only are they going to go over the gameplay first look tomorrow, they're also going to have a couple things they're all going to be revealing this week that I am tentatively and unofficially calling Reveal Week. So we have that gameplay first look. There's a couple things in there that we're going to see and a couple things that I want to see. This is kind of an amalgamation of those things here. So the first one here is those plays being called on a play call screen. We've seen a couple of them here and there. We haven't seen them in their full glory. We haven't seen what the offense looks like, the different formations. How do you handle wear and tear? That's one of the items on here as well. What, if you're on defense, what does the personnel look like? All those things in the full perspective, what it actually looks like to have the sticks and be playing. We haven't seen so much of that in the game. Hopefully we're going to see that. Again, we're also going to see which of the 400 panels that they're going to use in which situation. So they had those panels there where they had the picture-in-picture, they have the plays, they have the wear and tear, they have this. They have 400 different of those. So what are we going to do? How's it going to work? What's it work on third down? What happens after a turnover? What happens after a sack? What happens after a touchdown? What happens after somebody kneels to get down on the end of the game? That might not be, you might have a play option for that. But you understand what I'm saying. What do those look like? What are the different scenarios? How does it pull it all together? We're going to see that tomorrow. And again, I already mentioned how wear and tear is handled, because is wear and tear basically just people get worse if you use them too much, or can you actually handle, like, I want to substitute the backfield out. I want to substitute the receivers out. I think that my offensive right tackle is a little bit injured. You could do some of those things with the formation substitutions. I love me some formation substitutions. But is there more intricate than that, other than just, hey, your quarterback's been hit 15 times. He's tired now. Okay, sub him out, sub him back in. I don't know how it works. Hopefully we see that. I already meant over here. The big one here, when you're on defense, I mentioned this earlier, but one thing that really upsets me with Madden, and that it's people who are not football fans who get mad at this. So as an example, in Madden, what would happen is you would call a play. You would have 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and a running back. I'm like, okay, so they've got ace. They've got 2 tight ends that came around the field. They would put out there with their defense. It'd be a bigger defense, 4-4, 3-4, 4-3, something like that. Well, then the New England Patriots had a couple of those formations where that would be their formation set, but then they would expand out into 5 wide. So then it's like, whoa, this is a 5-wide team. So unfortunately, people on Madden, and I don't know why they made this adjustment, Madden actually put it to where what your formation was in that screen so the defense knew what formation the offense was calling, which unfortunately that defeated the purpose of having the reason why you call that play, having all those tight ends split out and the running back split out too, is because it looks like it's a heavy formation and they split out to a spread formation. So I'm hoping that you just see the personnel. I do not want to see the formation. I think I even see it right there in quotations. That is lame. That means you don't know football. It defeats the purpose. Now, I know you could say, well, you just reverse it. Well, what you do is you call that spread formation, and then they call, oh, this person is going 5 wide, even though it's 5 wide with tight ends. Let's go with a dime defense. And then you just check to an audible where the tight ends come in, and then you outmatch them man for man. I know you could do something like that, but you understand, it's a realism thing for me. Also, we don't really know what play calling looks like during hurry up and more importantly during the turbo setting. So in case you guys don't know, hurry up, everybody's been there before. You played it, Madden has it. Now, it's a little bit different on this game where this game, it will actually see them run up to the line, whereas Madden, it just super sims it up to the line there. So you're not able to see that. But turbo is different. So turbo is up to the line, set, go, boom, snap the ball. Set, go, set, go, set, go. Designed to slow down that defensive line. How does that look calling plays? Is it literally like you only have a couple plays to call? Can you go in between different formation sets? Meaning you like, okay, we've got 5 wide here, but I want to go to 11 personnel or something like that. Can you do that back and forth? That kind of feeds into the next point here. Will you be able to sub during hurry up? I personally don't necessarily see a bonus to it. You could do that. Now, the thing about college football that works is that if the offense subs, now the defense has an opportunity to sub. So they have 10 seconds. They can kind of take their time with that. Are we going to see that? I don't know. I don't know what kind of benefit it adds being in the game as opposed to like you either hurry up or you don't. If you're in 11 personnel, you can only stay in 11 personnel. You can't go from hurry up to goal line. You can't do something like that. So we'll see what they say. Now, I mentioned Reveal Week. We had Ratings Week a while ago. Last week was kind of the Dynasty Deep Dive. We had the Sights and Sounds a while before that. But this week is going to be Reveal Week. The reason why is because, guys, there's 8 days until the game comes out, and they're not having anything official until 1 week before the game comes out. They need to kind of hurry up here. One of the things I am a little critical of them was, again, the full reveal in May, which was the end of the day. It wasn't a full reveal. They've kind of taken their time. We kind of expected, typically what happens before is Team Builder comes out a couple weeks before the game comes out to get people kind of excited about it. They're really pushing that limit back. Is it going to happen after the game? That's a speculation that my roommate had that I'm like, well, until it happens, we don't know when it's going to happen, so we'll see. But again, there's a couple things here. We need to have the Road to Glory deep dive. I've already said that's the next one they're going to do. We need to have something on Team Builder. Road to the College Football Playoff. We still don't know enough about that. I had a speculative video I released a while ago, but we still don't have any specific details on that. There's also information about Ultimate Team. Are we going to get information about like who are the best players, the top 25 players in the country? We've seen the best teams, the best offenses, the best defenses. Are we going to get the best players? Are we going to get all teams overall? What are they going to do with this week? Again, are they just going to wait? They're like, listen, we're so close. Who cares? Excitement's there. We're just going to wait till that comes out. We'll see what happens. Now, for the Road to Glory deep dive, there's a couple questions that I had in here. So again, they already mentioned there that you want to make sure that you can have a weekly schedule of things that you have to handle. Gone are the days of going to high school. You kind of get to pick where you want to go, pick what level of recruit you are. It takes away from some of that immersion, but whatever. It's still going to be a fun game mode. What does your weekly schedule look like? How do academics, leadership, health, training, and brand all work? Those are the different areas that you can kind of allocate to. The way that works is like academics is you go study. Leadership is you hold a players only meeting, something like that. Health is like you go get a massage. Training is, you go work out. Brand is like you get a Brand's actually cool. I heard that brand, if you were to seek a brand deal with like a nutrition company, your training could go up too. Again, there's little things like that. How it works, though, we haven't seen the specifics of that. Also, the big thing about that they mentioned was the transfer portal is going to be a big aspect of Road to Glory. So with that, will you have any choice of school when entering the transfer portal? Is it just going to be like where it's like, okay, well, you can just pick where you want to go to school, and if you enter the transfer portal, I automatically want to go there. Is that how it's going to work? Do you have to kind of get recruited there? What's going to happen? Also, will there be any benefit to entering the transfer portal? Or benefit to staying at your school? Basically, like, what's the point of doing it other than like, you know what, I just want to go play for different teams here and there. Trust me, there's going to be plenty of people that do that, me included. But what's kind of the overall benefit to those things? Is there not? Is it just you can run around and play wherever you want? We'll see. All right, Team Builder. Again, WTF, bro? Okay, give me a dang update. All right. But again, there's a lot of questions that I have specifically. How many uniforms do you have? It sounded like Every different team has at least 3 to 4 uniforms on average across the 134 different teams. Some teams is pretty basic. Penn State's pretty simple. Oregon's going to have a zillion. What's going to happen there? I know personally, for my team builder team, nothing would be worse than if the average team has 4 and team builder has 2. You have a home and you have an alternate home, and that's it. That would be a big time letdown. How many generic stadiums are there? That's one of the questions that I asked. I talked about the stadium toolkit before. Have they made that for players? Is it only for the back end? What happens there? How many different turf designs? Remember here, there's there's grass, there's multicolored turf where it's like dark green, light green, there's solid turf, there's blue turf. We even have teal turf with Coastal Carolina, and we have gray turf with Eastern Michigan. Personally, I think that gray turf is going to be awesome looking. Do we have Eastern Washington's red turf? No answer on that right now, but we know that those are some things in college football. Are we going to see those in the game? Remember, realism, it should be gray turf with Eastern Michigan having it, teal turf with, Coastal Carolina having it, and blue turf with Boise State. What's going to happen there? Are they going to have it? Are they not? For team builder, we'll get that answer. Again, will you be able to genericize any stadium? One of the things they said there was they had some customization of those generic stadiums. So the generic stadiums, you can pick, the SoFi Stadium, or you can pick, the Orange Bowl, or whatever it is. You can pick those different stadiums, but is it going to be like, okay, so let's just say you take out, as an example, Georgia State plays in a former Braves stadium. They retrofitted it for baseball, from baseball to football. Let's say you're like taking Georgia State out. Well, if you're like, well, I want to actually, that's a cool stadium design, and nobody can really tell if it's Atlanta. Oh, it's actually Nashville. Oh, no, it's actually Miami. Whatever you want to say there. And then you just basically make that your team, that your stadium, but then you remove all the Georgia State logos and memorabilia and make it your own, make it custom to you. Again, we don't know yet. Team Builder, hopefully sometime this week before the game comes out, we get an answer if you're able to do something like that. And also, how many generic rosters are there? I believe the worst team that I saw from those rosters was Kennesaw State. I want to say there were 71 offense, 71 overall, 71 offense, 71 defense. Is that the worst as it goes? Can you get a team that's like 50? Can you get a cupcake team that's terrible? Can you get a juggernaut team that's really good? Can you get an option team? How many different variants of that are there? What's going to happen there? All right, road to the college football playoff. I have 2 big questions here. So we understand that the road to the college football playoff, who knows how this thing works? It looks like it's an online PvP system where basically like you are given a score based on your ability to win games, your ability to win games with lower level teams, meaning like if you take Akron and you play Ohio State and you lose by 3, that's a pretty good loss. Whereas if you take Ohio State and then you beat Akron, it doesn't really help you out very much. The same thing kind of works with the visits in recruiting. You understand how that works there. But again, how is that going to work once you kind of get seeded into a group? Again, it probably operates like FIFA where there's like those 10 levels. If you're in a level, then you get entered into a random 12-team format and then you get to win it. What happens there? We don't really know. Again, can you switch teams in this format? If you take the worst team in the country, to Kennesaw State, and you actually get them to like an 8-4 record or equivalent, I mean, it's probably more games than that. And then do you get benefit from doing that? But then do you have to keep them in your tournament and basically just get trounced by other people who are really good? What happens with that? Can you switch teams? Does it really matter? So many questions about this specific game mode. And then the rest here, again, Ultimate Team. I'm not a big Ultimate Team guy. I did see that there were a couple cards out there. One of the things I had questions about, and you Ultimate Team guys, you let me know. I saw one where it was Travis Hunter, and his speed was like 79 on a card. And I don't know if it was like a lower level card, or you can upgrade the card. I have no idea how Ultimate Team works. I saw something like that. You guys let me know what you know. Are we going to get player ratings, the top 25 player ratings overall? We still don't know anything about that. Are we going to get all the teams overall? I know a lot of people don't care about that. I don't care about Kennesaw State. I care about Kennesaw State. What's going to happen there? We should have something like that because, again, this is the last week to reveal things. They can't do it next week. Well, they can, but it would just be the game. So we are currently 8 days away from my social life absolutely going the way. The game is coming out. They still have a lot of things they have to get through. Road to Glory deep dive. They got to go through what's going on with Team Builder. Road to the College Football Playoff. We got some Ultimate Team updates. What are they going to give anything else? Again, are they just going to hold tight until this last second? What is going on? We got 8 days left. I have so many questions. Maybe they're like, listen, dude, you'll get your answers in 8 days. Maybe they'll tell us, what do you guys think they're going to do in this last week before the game comes out? All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much here. What do you guys think is going to happen? They have to reveal something about Team Builder. They have to. Okay, well, but honestly, they don't have to. They can just let us all down. They could do that if they really wanted to. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Get in the comments and let me know. Also, remember, hit that subscribe button because we are 1 week away from me giving away 2 free copies of this game. I would encourage you all, connect your social media to your YouTube accounts. Your YouTube accounts, actually, every single one of you guys who makes comments actually has your own YouTube channel. Some are bigger or smaller. Some of you don't even post. Connect either an Instagram or a Twitter to there so I can message you directly. I need a way to be able to message you directly to let you know, hey, here's where it's going to go. I'm not going to put my phone number or my email just up here just for everybody to have access to. I want to have a secure way to do it. So DM me on Twitter if you win. DM me on Instagram if you win, something like that. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff. I really appreciate it. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you guys later. I am out.